Live from Washington, D.C., it's The Larry King Show. The Larry King Show is taking your calls now at 703-685-2177. That's 703-685-2177. Let the connection ring. We'll answer when it's your turn. And now, the host of the program, Larry King.
Thanks, Paul. Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Larry King Show. Our fascinating guest is Dr. Charles Crenshaw, M.D., author of JFK, Conspiracy of Silence. He was right there. We are going to go right back to your phone calls without any further ado. Dallas, hello.
Yes, I wonder if you could comment on some of the local media reports that some doctors at Parkland had said that Dr. Crenshaw wasn't even in the emergency room that day. And also, could you comment on Dr. Michael Baden and his findings?
Who's that, sir?
New York State medical examiner.
And he said what?
That the wounds all came from the back.
Okay, doctor.
First, I would refer you to the Warren Commission, Volume 6. Mentioned 9 times by 5 separate physicians in their accounts and their testimony. I think that should take care of it. You were there? Yes. I'm not really familiar with Dr. Baden's points.
Was he attending at the autopsy?
No.
To Greensboro, North Carolina. Hello.
Yes, hello, Larry. Larry, I have a question with just a brief statement. Doctor, the book Best Evidence basically says that the doctors in Bethesda were not lying and that your doctors were not lying, that the body had been altered during the trip. My question is, if in fact brain tissue was left in the head when you saw it, would it make sense, would removal of that brain tissue in effect eliminate evidence of a frontal head shot?
Well, yes, obviously the removal would. It would certainly change it, and you would not have the ability to make that decision. But all I can say again is my own personal observation. The brain, what was remaining of the brain was there when he left Dallas.
Scarsdale, New York.
Yes, hello. In my opinion, the autopsy photos are definitely forged. And I have one question I have a couple questions actually. How in Bethesda could the autopsy photos been forged in terms of actually covering up the large occipital, the wound in the occipital region?
Well, again, I'm not an expert on that, but in our disaster training now, we can, with moulage and with different techniques, you can make anything look like a wound or change a wound.
So in other words, they could very possibly have used another corpse to forge the small wound at the hairline, correct?
Well, I don't know if I can comment on that.
Okay, but let's do this, though. Knowing what you know, believing what you believe, seeing what you saw, what do you theorize happened?
All I can theorize is there was a cover-up. A cover-up to make our American people believe that Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone shooter.
Macon, Georgia. Hello.
Yes, Doctor. The reason, let me ask you this question. Did the reason not you come out earlier was because of after you knew what you had seen and you heard the reports the next day of how did you ever fear for your own life if you tried to come forward and say anything?
Well, I think fear was certainly part of it, but mostly it was my career, and maybe I should feel badly about that, but I had worked all my life to be a physician. I wanted to be a surgeon. I wanted to stay in academic surgery, and I needed the alliances, and I would have been totally going against the hypothesis. You see, all the physicians there at Parkland did were testify the hypothesis of the council of the Warren Commission that it was possible for the so-called magic bullet to have occurred. And then the rest of it was, thank you, doctor. That was their testimony.